This video is in regards to what is the future, the very uh, end game future. So there's some things that happen in between this and what is now, but this is the eternal state, the final state of life. There will be probably at least two temples in between this, but this is the final temple, so I'll read it and then explain it. This is Revelation chapter 21. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. There shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, sorcerers, idolaters, and liars, shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And there came unto me one of the seven angels which had the seven vials full of the seven last plagues, and talked to me, saying, Come hither, and I will show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And on the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, and on the west 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. So I'll stop right there and cover the rest in another video, but this there's going to be a 1,000-year reign of the Messiah Jesus on the earth, probably in the near future, because if you go by scripture, there were 7 days in Genesis. Well, God created the earth in 6 days and rested on the seventh. We believe that there's likely probably going to be 6,000 years, and then the reign of the Messiah, Jesus, on the earth for 1,000 years. That's the millennial kingdom. That's what Jews, I've been waiting for the return of the Messiah. They just don't quite understand it fully, but there's going to be an actual temple at that time. There will be people reproducing, having children. The earth will, you know, give plentifully. It'll be a time of great blessings. There'll be very little evil on the earth. People will live for a very long time, like they actually did back in the Old Testament. You saw people living for 700-800 years. That'll happen again, as the Old Testament says. If a man dies at you know hundreds of years old, it'll be like as he died as an infant. He will live. People will live a very long time, because the the curse will be pretty much removed as far as sin goes. So we believe that there's going to be an actual rebuilt temple in Israel. They will do that themselves. That'll probably get destroyed. The temple that Jesus reigns in during the millennium, that'll probably be a different temple. I don't know. It could be the temple that they build probably in the near future, but I don't think so, because I don't think they'll be able to complete a lot of the requirements of that temple. But even so, after that 1,000-year reign, the actual future, what everything points to, is that we are the temple of God. God doesn't dwell in a temple made with hands, right? The Old Testament says that. What the overall intention of God is to dwell among the people. And that's what this is saying. It's New Jerusalem is coming down from heaven coming down from God out of heaven. It's a city, but and it explains it in the future, there is no more temple. Um, we are the temple. Now, God will be, I think it'll be kind of like the Garden of Eden, right? God was just dwelling among the people with Adam and Eve, walking with them in the midst of the day. That's what it's going to be like. Now, can we really comprehend that? No, but that's what it's going to be. And let's see what it explains about it. Yeah, there's not going to be any, liars, murderers, idolaters, sorcerers, all evil at this point. There's going to be some evil during the millennial kingdom, during the 1,000-year reign, but it'll be very little. But at this point, and it says there's a second death after that. After that 1,000-year reign. That's when that's what when the complete judgment is. It's either there's either you either take part in the judgment of you're in the kingdom forever, or you're not, right? And you know what that means. You're going to the lake of fire, which burneth with brimstone. That's the second death. So the first death is what happens on this earth, but it's actually not. You you, you don't go to the actual complete future of where you're really going to go, um, until after that 1,000-year reign. After that 7,000th year, basically that'll when Jesus comes back, sets up the kingdom. That'll be 1,000 years, and really you can pretty much count, or it'll be from the time of creation uh, until that final judgment will be right at 7,000 years. So we're coming up on the time when that is going to start, right? When that millennial reign is going to start. We expect that to probably be here within the very near future. But as it explains here, he's he sees her light, which is the New Jerusalem, was like unto a stone most precious, even like jasper, stone clear as crystal. It has a great high wall, 12 gates, and so there's 3 gates on each side. The wall has foundations, and so it's a square city that's coming down out of heaven, and God is so there's not going to be a sun or a moon anymore. God is going to be the light of that New Jerusalem, and that's about it for this section. I'll do another video covering the rest of it. It goes into more detail about the city, but just wanted to say, or just want to describe what this is the actual future eternal. This is what the eternal state is going to be. There's not going to be a temple. God is going to dwell with us, and there's actually going. It says there's a new heaven and a new earth. I think God will actually just dwell in the new Jerusalem part of it. I don't know that it'll actually venture out into the new earth. We don't know all the details. We only know what Scripture provides about it. But yeah, that's it for now, and I'll cover more in another video.